good second.
Don't you laugh. You stand out there with two.
Nicer out there.
He didn't have anything left to do.
We got people using the bathroom. So they'll be in shortly.
What are all your dates of significance there?
Championships.
I mean, those some that you were involved in, or
Every one of them.
40 years straight?
Just as God knew me before I was born, Rupp knew me before I was born.
I could say that 48, 49,
I got you.
51. I'm glad you were there.
That's what I started saying. It's a 58 over.
Now, if Cal ever gets to know me, he'll get one of his own too.
He sure didn't get her this year though, but I don't.
No, not this year, next year probably.
They're all gonna leave again.
Well, if Cantor had been eligible, he'd have probably been right there.
Might be, yes, sir. Yeah.
What happened to Mark State? Did they?
The last month they played up or down to their competition, and they played down again this year.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I missed it.
Got
Soon as you put them on the floor with Morehead State, or put them on the floor with Austin Peay, they, they're
But
But
good
didn't they
to
just
go.
play Morehead like?
Yeah, they beat them,
And beat
what,
them.
3
And beat
weeks
them?
before, yeah.
Yeah.
But they didn't lose to Morehead in this game. They lost to
But
Tennessee
they won
Tech.
Oh, but
Tech.
didn't Morehead actually
They
like
won
win?
at home though,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
They won at home
Yes.
though.
Yeah, but they played Tennessee Tech. They they just didn't play up to the.
What's the name of the store?
They come out and they get off to a terrible start, and they can't get out of the hole.
No fire.
That's a coach's nightmare. I used to coach, and boy, that's the team you hate, the one that plays only to its competition.
Only to the competition, yeah.
That's a
Y'all don't
thing.
fix jewelry, do you?
Pardon?
Y'all don't fix jewelry, do you?
No, not really.
I bet she could, but depends. When is this ordinance fixed? I bet she fixed you right up.
Boy, just jump right in there, don't they?
Good segue. That was awesome.
I know Coach
Seize the
Cal a
moment,
little
right?
bit. I might help you out there.
We'll get this autograph.
We used to be.
I
think this is illegal. What's happening right
Yeah,
here?
he knows my face. I don't know.
Well, a lot of people know your face.
From Paris to, from Paducah to Pikeville, from Hazel to Hazard.
Okay, we're all back. We're gonna call the meeting back to order. And we're going to have the reading and then a vote to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
City of Hazel minutes, February the 7th, 2011. The Hazel City Council met Monday, February the 7th, 2011 for the regular monthly meeting. Mayor Vassar called the meeting to order at 7 o'clock p.m. Council members present were Lori Charlton, Joe Thompson, John Pascal, Megan Vaughn, Michelle Sharp, and Jocelyn Hardy. Guests present were Sheriff Bill Markham, residents Richard Bennett and Don and Judy Hartman, local business owners Doug and Ruth Stimley, Gerald and Sharon Wright, Larry and Linda Ward, Nick and Angie Lovett, Barbara Drake, Don, Linda, Angela Rowley, Bill and Martha Price, and Glenn Newman, as well as Crystal Green, who videoed the meeting. Various local merchants were represented by Angela Rowley, who addressed the council, asking that they consider amending the current business license ordinance to either allow mall owners to purchase a master business license that would cover all mall vendors, or to provide the city clerk with a list of vendors' names to bill for the business license. Hazel Volunteer Fire Department members present. So short of breath. Be okay. Present were Chief Ken Craig, Assistant Chief Brian Rose, James Stenberg, and Brent Lee. Craig and Rose informed the council that a strong effort was being made on their part to bring the fire department up to state standards by now having 12 members beside the chief and Required hours of training were being taught to all members that needed to become state certified. Motion by Michelle Sharp, second by Joe Thompson to accept previous month's minutes. Motion carried. Council approved payment of monthly bills. Council approved previous month's financial statement. Mayor reported that the city had been approved for a CDGB disaster recovery grant in the amount of $58,595 to be used for a siren and generator. Generator would be used for the South 641 Water District. Mayor also reported that the Hazel Volunteer Fire Department had received $1,500 grant from Walmart. Councilmember Megan Vaughn reported on a recent KLC training session. Mayor reported that he had met with Lance Allison from the Chamber of Commerce and Mark Manning from Murray Department Local Development regarding attracting new businesses to Hazel. Councilmember Lloyd Charlton reported there was need for defibrillator training. Motion by Lloyd Charlton, second by Michelle Sharp, that the city donate $50 to Murray High School and Callaway County High School for project graduation. Motion carried. Motion by Michelle Sharp, second by Jocelyn Harding, that council entered closed session for the purpose of discussing legal issues according to KRS 61.810. Motion carried. After discussion and upon motion by Joe Thompson, second by Megan Vaughn, council members re-entered open session. That motion carried. After returning to open session, motion by Michelle Sharp, second by Jocelyn Harding to adjourn. Motion carried, and meeting was adjourned at 10:50 p.m.
Is there a motion to
I make a
accept?
motion to accept last month's
Michelle
minutes.
Sharp, Johnson Harden. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And they're accepted. If you would review and approve to approve the monthly bills. You'll notice on that fire fund, that 779, I got to see a couple of the radios. That was two of the things that Assistant Fire Chief Brian Rose bought. And I think they're going to probably come the next meeting and tell us about a pretty good chunk of money they're getting ready to spend out of the fire fund to equip a lot of these new members. So you'll be seeing that hopefully near future.
We got our decorative light pole fixed in front of Gallimore. I hadn't even noticed.
Somebody told me that they saw an electric company there, but when I passed by it twice, I didn't notice it. So if it's up, I don't know, but I do know that that the electric company, last time I talked to them, that when it comes in, it is going to be installed. I don't have to do anything, it's just they're gonna do it. Okay, are there any questions or any objections on the March bills? If not, they're going to stand approved. And if you would review the previous month's financial statement.
And that big interest wages and
You notice on the fire fund where it's up to now, but it's my understanding that it's going to be about $1,500 to $1,800 per person. And if they try to get 10, we'll do the math and see how much is going to come out of that. And that'll be just for the fire suits. And then there's some other piece of equipment that's really expensive that I think it's like $4,000 a piece, that they may have to replace some of the ones that we have here. So that's going to dwindle down quite a bit. And just so you know, on the snow removal, my good friend Josh Sykes was kind enough to help us when we had I guess it was that first snow.
It was the
Yeah,
biggest
twice,
one we
but-
had, yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually two different times he came in. The first one was pretty bad, downtown and stuff and around the cities. And he went around and got the downtown area first, I think, and then hit the residential streets to get them cleared. And then sure enough, 2 days later, it hits us again. So good for Josh, not so good for the city, but just kidding. So anyway, but we thank you for helping us with that.
Yeah, you did a good job.
And also the Jennings, under fire fund expense, the Jennings communication radio repair. If you'll remember, there was about a month ago or so, or 3 weeks ago, Megan, when was that? They had the siren went off, and then we had the all clear thing.
Oh, couple weeks.
Yeah,
A couple weeks ago. Again, we're dealing with a siren and this piece of equipment that is 60-plus years old, and it's just not functioning right. And Brad here tonight is going to tell us a little bit more. Plus, Megan and Lori Lynn went to a meeting about us getting this grant for the new siren and the generator, which y'all will talk about later. But we had to do this repair just to get it to function to where, because Megan brought to my attention that she heard the siren go off and then it went to the all clear, and if it had been a real tornado, she would have been hearing the all clear and walk out there and she'd been like Dorothy going up to Oz and stuff. So
They're gonna test those tomorrow.
yeah, good point. I was going to bring that up a little bit later, but I'm glad you mentioned it. 9:07 Tuesday, tomorrow, the siren will go off. And listen for it, make sure you can hear it. Okay, if there's are there any questions over the financial statement?
I have one question. How often do we receive the municipal road aid money?
Once a month.
Is it always that high of amount? 7,
No.
96, just depends on what they want.
Send us.
But we'll take it. We'll take it, okay.
Any other questions over it?
No.
If there's no objections, we'll stand approved. Does anyone have any old business?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
The D Street lot,
Oh, the old Miss Brady lot?
were we still gonna do something with that? Do I need to be working on a grant for that?
Until we get the committee recommendations,
No.
nothing until we get that, and then once you get that, then we begin, and there's a good gentleman over there to be able to help work with those things, so.
Okay, so no. Okay. Just checking.
Okay. Under old business, since we've already done we've addressed the, from the minutes, the last month's minutes, the fire fund and the generator. Megan, why don't you give us a little quickie on that meeting, and then Brad, if you'll take it after that, 'cause I know there's things you want to be able to bring up that we need to take care of.
Okay. I'm going to leave the generator being bolted to concrete. I'm going to leave that to him.
Okay.
Because maybe he understands
And
that
Hank the
better.
Waterman has assured us that if you'll have it.
He says, let me see that. And then basically I just have some forms. I told him that we would have the forms returned by March 17th. So hopefully that's not too short of a time period. We just need to get the bank account information turned in. It has to be non-interest bearing. I believe they told us that the account that we already have set up with the 641.
Yeah, I'm sorry, just look, if you want me to jump in. The same account that y'all are using for the South 641 project, you can use that account for this
the
project.
generator?
For this project also.
And
They, you have that bank information.
Yeah, I've got it. Actually, I've got
So
the
we don't
form.
need to.
Well, I need a contact from the bank, and then I need the mayor to sign it, and then we'll be done with that. I mean,
Okay.
so I've got that here, so.
You've got all that.
So
Okay.
Megan, so I understand it, that going in there, that's the money for the siren and for the generator?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And we need to